What's going on, world? It's Work Hard Wednesday, October 19th. And first and foremost, want to give credit where credit is due. Thank you, Lord, for allowing us to come together on this Wednesday. It's been a while since we had a meeting. It's been pretty much fast paced. We've been busy doing a lot of things, and we just want to come back and just keep everybody posted, updated. And I wanted to just throw out something too before we get off this hangout, just so we're clear as far as what we want to do to close out the year and then even moving forward. So with that being said, the most pressing thing on our agenda as a company is this weekend from Friday. We'll be leaving Friday morning. We'll be headed back out to Reno from the 21st to the 23rd. I put it out there on a text message, and we'll be doing the chili cook-off. There is approximately, supposed to be 20 to 50,000 people in attendance, and these people come from all over the world. I would say all over the U.S. I mean, this is a huge event. They come with their own recipes and whatnot. There's prizes and the whole nine. So this is supposed to be one of those events to close out the year that we looked into, and we wanted to be a part of based on certain things that we've seen that kind of favor or that we look for as far as what we would like to be a part of. The numbers are there, and even with the numbers, like we know, sometimes it doesn't even work out. But the thing is to stay aggressive, because we're trying to reach a certain goal that we put out there in the beginning of the year. And with these events, it helps us out, whether we get a few cases, whatever the case may be. But these opportunities are very, I would say, slim now, because it's the fall winter season, and we know we're not going to be getting good weather. So obviously you can expect there's not going to be really many events going on as well. So that's why we've been just trying to find. I mean, this one was on the list before, but these past few weeks, just trying to find little events too. I've been finding a lot in Sacramento. They get better weather than us out here. So I'm looking into them. I'm inquiring, seeing if it's a good fit for us. Even if it's 5-10 cases, it's all to the good. I mean, I'm really trying to stress that we want to hit this goal, and these little events they'll play a huge part in us getting to that mark. And so that is what is pressing at the moment. Chili cook-off, 21st to 23rd. We leave early a.m. Setup time is from 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. Start time is 2 p.m. on that Friday. And it's at the GSR hotel. Yeah, GSR hotel, or which a few of us I think we've all been there. Yeah, we've all went there already, and it's a pretty big, or I would say the biggest casino out there in Reno. One of the more I guess highlights, I guess you could say, but that's where it will be held at. And then so it starts at 2 p.m. on Friday, and then the end time on Sunday will be 4 p.m. and then we'll dip out from there. But that is what we're going to be doing this weekend. There's other things going on, not as far as business, but we definitely want to, because we've already taken this one. We've paid our vendor fee, and we're headed out there. So I think of thinking about 75 cases this time around. Just because we don't know what kind of feel it is. I mean, one of the big things was because it's food. So that right there puts us in a good position to succeed. Every event that we've done, they've had food there too as well, but it wasn't specifically for food, and this one is. And so I've looked at what they're doing. I've asked questions as far as what is some advice for them that they could give us as far as to be as successful as possible for the event. Some of it's like things that we already know. Obviously we're going out there with positive vibes. We're going out there, with the mindset of attracting people to us. I mean, when we think about what we're able to do on our end, when we think about, like events, or all of our previous events, our mentality was always keep a smile on your face, personality, charisma, keep the conversation going, inform, educate. It's pretty much those things. And so, this is nothing new for us. We get another opportunity to go out there and expose the brand, build more brand awareness in this market that we're not even in. And that's the beautiful thing. When we go out of state, when we go out of our backyard, we go into these different cities, whether it's Northern, Southern California, Reno, Vegas, wherever. We're going into these places, and we have to be able to say to ourselves, man, we're success. Just by taking the leap of faith, that makes us successful by going out there. And then on top of that, no matter what, in our minds, we want to do a specific number. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way we want it to work out, but we've sold cases, we've sold product, we've moved, a lot of product at that in these foreign territories. And those are the things that we hang our hat on, and we say, man, we got something here. Let's keep on going. So that is Chili Cook-Off, 50th annual. Those are another things that when we're looking in for events too, we want to get these events that are kind of more well established, because that just shows that, okay, if they've been doing it for, 5, 10, 15 plus years, then they have to be drawing somebody, because I don't think you just continue to have events if you're not even drawing a crowd. And so that's another thing just to keep in mind as far as us for marketing going into this new year, 2017. We still got a couple months here to 2016 to close out strong. But as we look forward, just like ET was saying, man, what was this back in 2015? He was like, man, 2016s are already on the road. That's how we got to be thinking. 2017s are already out on the road. And I really like how we're finishing strong right here as far as event-wise. As far as event-wise and getting out there, we've made a strong push. And this excites me because of going into 2017, the whole spring to summer, we got to have events every weekend, because there's so many things going on that we've seen right now like that already, like that the events that are already prepared, and then the ones that we've even done this year that we were really successful at. We're gonna do these them again, because those are the things. It's like customer retention, like events, the ones that do really well for us. We definitely don't want to just overlook them come next year around. We want to keep those in our file, and then we want to follow up, and then we want to do them again and be successful, because obviously those event planners and the event itself, they bring in a crowd that supports. And we want to be a part of those events that support vendors, small businesses, entrepreneurship, list goes on. But so that's what excites me. And we've been on the ball, to really sift through it. I mean, there's been so many, so many sites that we've been looking into that have so many events throughout California. And that's the great thing about it, because we're exposing ourselves to this. This is pretty much just like a PR, what they do, their job, find the events, find, the magazines or the newspapers or the radio. They're doing all this. I mean, we're doing it all ourselves. And I think I was talking to Keller about this. This is one of those things that we add on to our resume. When we're doing things like this, they're saying, oh, damn, that's another hat that we wear. And if somebody were to come across and say, hey, man, I need help with this, we got a little bit of insight, and we could help them, point them in the right direction as far as what we've been able to, find through research, and to help them, whatever. This is where we build ours up come 2017, and we hit it real hard because, the goal is obviously get better every year. We want to, and it's been going well for us. For one of the things I always have to stress is like, man, when we think about nobody holding our hands when we jumped into this, like we just jumped into it. We didn't have no mentor. We didn't have somebody to guide us and direct us and say, you know what, don't take that, go this way. It's all self-taught. We learned it by ourselves, and we've trial and error, failure after failure after failure for success after success. When we're looking, we got to be able to pat ourselves on the back and just say, damn, we're doing something right that so many others haven't done right, and they failed, and even the guys with the big budgets, they failed, and yet we're still here, fighting for a cause, for what we believe in, our vision, our mission. I mean, this is not easy. This is not easy. How many times we repeat these things, but the reality of it is, it's like, man, to be able to still have, some skin in the game, that right there should speak volumes right there. It should, because I can only imagine you give us somebody, and we're going to find that person too. You give us a mentor, you give us somebody that could, that has more knowledge about the industry. You give us somebody that could say, you know what, this is how we did it. I mean, even if it doesn't work, but you give us that player right there, you fit that player into the equation. And that's why it's like we always have to have that optimistic, positive feel about our journey, because it's literally just like, man, how they always say your breakthrough is right around the corner. Well, we're just one person away from opening up like a can of worms or whatever, like a craziness, the madness. It's just like that. One connection away is going to lead us to the heights that we envision. And that's why, to stick it out and tough it out and just keep on going no matter what, that's the beauty of the whole game. That's what entrepreneurship is about. Being able to find new ways, always constantly thinking, always trying to connect and network, tap in to things that we don't know, inform and educate ourselves, because it's all about growth, right? We're trying to get on another level. How are we going to do that? Well, we got to do a lot of research. That's first and foremost. We got to do a lot of reading. We got to do a lot of things that a lot of people aren't willing to do. And that's what we're here doing. When we come to these meetings and we're saying, what are we here for? Well, obviously we're here for something, whether it's some kind of encouragement, insight, some kind of motivation, inspiration, whatever the case may be. We're not just going to waste our time just because. We're going to figure it out. And that's entrepreneurship, trying to figure it out. There is no guarantees right here. Like, we really got to go out and get it. And that fuels me, because when the days like nothing happening, you're like, damn, how are we going to do this? And then you get something, a link here, link there, a call here, call there. And then next, you're just like, oh, and it happens like that. But we really stress the fact that, man, entrepreneurship is not about sitting back. Entrepreneurship is about going out there and getting it. How far are you willing to go to achieve what is manifested in the mind? That is some powerful stuff right there. How far are we willing to go? But look, we're here 3 years later. We're going on 4 years in a couple months. That is, man, that's a blessing in itself. So, I sit here and I'm talking to you guys, and I'm stressing the fact, man, let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. It's only 3 years, man. Only 3 years. We're looking at coming up on 4 years. What are we going to do in year 4? You know what I mean? What are we going to do? 5 years is going to come up too fast. Just like how this year passed, it's going to come just like that. And we got to be prepared and ready for anything that's come. So far, God said that I'm not going to give you nothing more than you can bear. And so far, he hasn't. When we're thinking like, man, we want this thing to be like blow it up like crazy. And God says, no, you're not ready for that, but you're ready for this. And so therefore we gotta take him on what he's given us. Obviously what we've put in is what we get out. As much as we give to him, he's going to show us that in return. And sometimes he does even more just because he loves us that much. And so those are the things that no matter what, like, we should never lose sight of, like, man, because things are still going upwards in the right direction for us. That is the those little positives right there. And those are actually big. Those are the things that we have to be motivated by. If we can't motivate ourselves, look at what we've accomplished just to get to this point. Look how far we've come just to get to this point. That right there is a testimony of what you're made of. What you're made of. To stand tall through it all. Keep going. Keep going. That is our focus. So I just got a quick couple updates, and then we're on our way. There's a few updates. So I talked to Alina, because we're not going to have a meeting on Friday. We'll be in the event. But I talked to Alina, and I just threw out, I asked her specifically, if she can create, I know we already signed off on the formulation, we got that thing done already, but I said, can you please, I was like, man, what are the chances that you can create an organic version for us? What would it be like as far as differentiate the taste factor? There wouldn't be that much of a, well, there would be as far as like the sweetness of it all. That always changes up when you switch over to organic, because then those sugars and whatnot, everything is changed. It's changed. So I have her working on an organic version, all organic version of what our second flavor. Just to see. I just asked her, I was like, man, I think we need like kind of an edge or something. If it doesn't work out, like as far as the organic flavor for us, then we stay with the natural. Now here goes the thing, like with that being said, because we wanted to kick this thing out by spring, summer this year. Fortunately, it didn't work in our favor like that, like how we would want it to be. But yet, if you take away like what we've been able to do as far as growth as a company, now you're saying, Taro Twist is still hot. I mean, and it will continue to be that way because once again, we're not everywhere. We're in selective stores throughout the Bay Area, here, Central Coast, and Southern Cal. So until we get that mass distribution, then and only then, where you can always, you'll look at it like, okay, cool, but it'll always have that feeling of being new to somebody. I mean, look at Coca-Cola. They're new to somebody. You know what I mean? All these major corporations, they're still new to somebody. And not only that, but the how they've been able to keep these customers going. And not only that, but just get new customers in their 50, 100 plus years. These companies have done it. So you always got to look at things like that. Okay, yeah, we're not like them, but just like they started somewhere, we started somewhere too. And we can only see, what we're doing, which is staying true to what we were told. Start with one flavor. If it works out, then you can think about adding on to the line. We have not got outside of our means as far as a company because it's not a smart move. We could have easily just said, man, you know what? Let's just do a small little run and then, see what happens. But we didn't do that. We're patient with it. We understand that Taro Twist is still working for us and it will continue because the flavor is just, there's nothing like it. It's so unique. It's so different. And not only that, but the things that it's able to do for people, the testimonials that we hear on a regular, consistent basis. And not only that, but it's just the facts. The facts of the matters. Like, man, all natural, healthy for you, alternative. This is what people are looking for. And this market, because of the market where it is right now, is not changing. There's no way, because even because they're getting so strict on these things that are causing obesity, these drinks that are causing obesity. I don't know if you guys know, but I just looked on, I got in, what was it, BevNet, but they're gonna tax like soda companies now an extra, I think it's an extra penny or something. And then I just got insight from Whole Foods about new labeling requirements where you really gotta be like, it's pressing now more than ever before, where they want every customer to know what the hell is in the product that they're either consuming. So this is where we're headed. People are they're more conscious, and we knew that. That's why we switched it up and when we started this, and now we're here, and look at now. It's just what the things that are happening in the requirements from the FDA and the things that they're doing to make the consumer more conscious. I mean, we see it everywhere. You go to any fast food restaurant, they got to show it now, like, because people want to know now, and that's where we're at right now. Just this is why the product itself it sells itself, like, right. Everything else extra added on, that's a plus. But to have something that's just so different, unique, and and you vibe with it, man, that's what people really enjoy and love about it. And they're continuing to not only support, but just continuing to spread the word. And then, that's why, as big of a splash as it would make to get out the new flavor as quickly as possible, Once again, within our means, be patient. God is only going to give us what we can bear. A second flavor, we're not ready for it at this moment in time, but that's a but. This upcoming spring, summer, because pretty much everything is finalized, I really am making that push. And, I'm not going to go into it deep, but I'm on that hype again where we're going after new lines. You know what I mean? We have revolving lines that are working for us, but I found out some new information. I'm going to be connecting with some new companies just to see, what they're really about, what they're talking about. I've been watching a lot of videos lately. And then, just understanding how the hell this credit thing works. For the longest, I didn't even know. Like, I just found out today. I'm watching a video and I found out, like, as far as like personal credit, like, and business credit, like the separation from it all. Like, I didn't even know, like, that they don't even trip off the business. Like, they're looking at is personal. And I was like, oh, damn. So when I came across that information, now it made me like, because a lot of our lines, unsecured lines, are all personal. So I'm just stacking them up. And then I find this out and I'm just like, oh, damn. So now what I'm doing is clearing all the debt to raise my personal score so that we can get it's called unsecured business financing, some more lines that I didn't even know about that are out there. And this is what excites me, because what I want to do is bring out that next flavor out. Obviously, we doubled the budget, so that next flavor that we've been working on, that's one of the top priorities. Obviously, staffing. I mean, that's gotta, we have to factor that in. I did my homework. I did the math and seeing what we have, or what we need in order to employ a few employees on for full work weeks. 8-hour shifts, Monday through Friday. I've set it all up because I'm preparing myself to incur these expenses. Now, this game that we're playing in. Obviously it's expensive. Because we got to manufacture something. We got to manufacture a product, and not only that, but it's got to be able to sell. So everything that comes in with the marketing, marketing perspective, that all is a huge budget and stuff, and we've seen it. And my prayer, I changed to my prayer now, and I want you guys to, because we're not playing with this no more. And God said, "Come boldly," right? So my prayer every night is, we need $5 million, not 500,000 to $1 million. We need 5 million, 5 million to really put this thing where, at least get to that level where we see, okay, yeah, the whole up and down California, okay, now we rocking, you know what I mean? But 5 million, this is our prayer, man. Whoever we need to come in contact with, send them to us, send us to them. We need these people. They need us. We need to connect. We need to find these ways to network and build the bridges to get to these people. And them to us. We got to find a way. And that's why it's important we stay active out there in the field, like we have been doing all these events, all these shows, on the road, constantly grinding, because that day is going to come where we find that connect that takes us to the heights that we already envision. And I'm serious. And I mean, you guys know, like, this thing is too fun not to just continue to go after this thing. But that is my new prayer, because I understand, like, just an update too with Eric. I don't know what happened with that. I was kind of thought like this guy was the connect, and then I sent them over the business plan, and then it didn't work out. Like, I don't know. He told me put together a business plan. I put it together. I sent it to S. He's seen it. I made the adjustments that we needed to make in order for it to be more presentable for whoever was going to come in, and we were going to get a chance to pitch. Did all that, and then come to find out, it was. We got something ready. Don't get me wrong. At least we got an updated version of our business plan, but it just came down to the fact where it was kind of smoke, like it was just blowing smoke, and that kind of like, okay, what, that was it? Like, you did all this for a couple cases, and those are the things that we got to go through, obviously. But it kind of it sucks because these people, they get you all riled up, and you're just like, oh hell yeah, and you think you're just gonna get an opportunity to go and pitch. You know what I mean? Because that's what we, you know, when we think about the other stories and other entrepreneurs and how they pitch to this company or this bank, like Starbucks, or this person and this person, they finally got to the to the one that said, man, you know what, I'm gonna take a chance on you. I'm gonna go with you. I believe in you. Let's do this. I thought it was gonna happen like that, but then come to find out, it didn't. It wasn't like that. It didn't have nobody lined up waiting. You know what I mean? For us to come and speak to. Didn't have none of that. And now we're here. And so we're just like, okay, whatever, you know, we're still going on our, you know, going down our path, but it's just one of those things that it teaches you that you have a lot of patience. You know what I mean? You need patience in anything in life. Major key, patience, because no matter how high you can get, you know, you'll get humbled easily. Just your thoughts, you know, because our thoughts are huge. This is bigger than us. We know that. So big, so big. And yet there are things out there that are going to get us to feel a certain way. And we just got to be mindful of, okay, once again, even if it doesn't happen, I still got to keep on going. So back to Alina, she's working on that. I'll let you guys know, keep you guys posted when those samples come in. Real quick, I got the die line dimensions back from Overnight Labels, so we got the half stack, everything ready to go for this next production run. When we get to that point, so I'm excited about that as well, because we finally, you know, we want to do something different, give it a new exciting feel. Another thing is I've been working with this guy. His name is Charles. He goes to CSUMB. I'm just refreshing you guys. But we're going to meet, I think, not this weekend, because I'm going to try to meet with him tomorrow or next week, because we'll be out of town. But he's doing a lot of updates with our website for his class project. And once again, I'm just refreshing your guys' memory, because we did have a few meetings. Well, I had one meeting, and then he's been emailing me and sending me certain material that he's been working on. And then his professor or teacher actually gave him like the go ahead, like, oh yeah, I think you should go to them and present this to them, see what they think, and then come back, and then, you know, we'll discuss however the meeting went. So just wanted to bring that news to you guys. Who else was there? There's just a few more that I really want to let you guys know. And real quick too, Ed from Las Vegas, our independent distributor, doing well out there. He's already ordered 3 times, sold out every time. He's working it too. He's going to events. He's building brand awareness. He's ready to take that next step. I'm not, to be personal, or to be honest. I want him to continue to work these events and show proof. Like, okay, you know, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's done a lot more than anybody as far as in that light, like in independent distribution, paid on time, move the product, asking for certain POS materials, going already to talk to stores in Las Vegas, setting up like real deal. He's building up momentum for when that time comes where he really becomes that independent distributor and he's saturating a market out there. And this is something that excites me, because once again, this is how a lot of these companies did it. You know, they put on, we can go on Craigslist right now, and there's a lot of beverage companies who have, like, they set up the pyramid schemes, obviously, and they tell people, okay, man, you sell X amount, whatever, you'll move up a tier, and, you know, yada, yada, yada. But it's this way right here, like, man, just seeing how this goes, it's promising, because that is going to give us more, more confidence to open up the door for other independent distributors. Now, he came to us, which was a good thing. you know, but now when we come to other people or when we start opening up that door, we can learn from this experience. And that is what, you know, he's been telling me a lot of good things. You know, the kids are already asking. He lives like right down the street from his son's school. And so the kids are already been asking, you know, how can we get this? There's other, you know, other establishments ready to go. Man, we want to bring this in. And I'm just like, man, patience, patience, patience. So good news coming out of Las Vegas. Where are we now? Okay. There's only a minute up there. As far as marketing, another sponsorship. Well, India Haynes at Get It Indie. That artist, she reached back out to us. She's been at, and there was an issue with our emails, but I finally got a chance to get back to her and let her know that we do want to sit down and meet and be able to network and connect, because she does have a pretty big following. Her song is pretty hot. It's in rotation at a lot of, you know, not only in California and the Bay, but other places as well. So I do want to take her. I mean, we talked about this and we want to do a little sponsorship with her. And so I'm waiting for her to respond back. We're going to set up a meeting, hopefully come up next week or whatever, and sit down with her, do it right, make it official, so that she can start putting it in her videos. I mean, this girl, from the feel I get from her, she's about her business. I mean, she didn't stop. Like, she posted, we didn't even have to tell her to post. She posted, you know what I mean? She's spreading the word. She's reaching out herself personally, you know, looking to connect. And so those are, you know, things that I look at and just say, wow, you know, that's what kind of feel I want to feel. You know, as far as if someone's coming for a sponsorship, I want them to be aggressive. I want them to say, you know what, I see the value in your guys' company, and that's why I'm pressing the button. You know, I mean, I'm sending out the email, I'm making contact, I'm making the post, whatever. That's what I like to see. And this is, you know, just like a standard as we continue to move forward, just like our first ever sponsored athlete. I mean, Hugo, this dude been with us since the beginning. He was the one who actually got us to Soledad, because he was buying from Salinas, and then he said, man, can we get it out here? And we finally went out there, set it up in Soledad. Now he's spreading the word. We've been to one of his fights in support of him. I mean, his whole family just loves us. And, you know, when this time came for Bellator, which is next month, November 19th, he wanted us to be a part of it. And he's doing his part through Snapchat, through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. He's doing his part. I mean, he's putting out the material that we were looking for in exchange of value, you know. And not only that, but he's got new customers coming into the doors and buying, which is huge. So those once again, we're trying to set a standard for who we're trying to sponsor here. You know, the first two, they're coming at us like this. Wow. I mean, this is what we like to see. What else is there? All right, and then I just got a couple potential new suppliers that provide our ingredients. So I'm going to look into pricing. They're supposed to be sending me that over. I'll keep you guys informed once I get that information, because we're always looking for the best prices. And so that's a good thing that we have these companies, a lot more actually, in just past few months, that are reaching out to us and want to see if you know, what they got going on is something that we're interested in. So we'll see, you know, what they're off are, you know, their pricing, and see how it affects us as far as getting our cost of goods down. Uh, all right, so those are the main ones, and then I also like as far as our breast cancer awareness month. Once again, we're did pretty good. I mean, we're down to the last what we got a couple. We got 5 2X's, we got 2 3X's, and 1 medium. So that's pretty good from starting off with 30 pieces. And so we want to finish off strong with that. Another thing is that I wanted to bring to the table is I talked to Gail yesterday. I want to really put a package together come November, and we got to start right now, right? Because November is going to come in 2 weeks. But I want to put a package deal together to help boost or help us with our push for that for that goal. We have to put some kind of package together where it's enticing, whether it's what we've talked about already, but we just never got to it, and we just never pulled the trigger, I should say. But we have certain ideas that we need to run by each other, and we need to pull the trigger, which is, buy a T-shirt, get 2 Uce Juice free, or whatever. Hoodies are in. That's another thing. Even with we got to figure out whether it's tomorrow, I guess, or tomorrow, or yeah, I think tomorrow the best day where we just start spreading the word. Like, we have a talk real quick, like as far as what we want to do to like get the involvement there. Like as far as I had this conversation, like, hey man, with Keller, like, you think we should open up the door for like some type of involvement? Hey, something like where they create the next hoodie or someone. Hey man, you want to create the next hoodie? We put together some kind of campaign, but it's a fast one where we say it's like we pick the winner like within a few days, because then we got to get with them, and then we got to get to the design board to put it all together. And it's something that it'll happen like this, or needs to happen like this, if we're going to go for that route come next month, to get that one. But this package, that the package deal is just something that I've just been thinking about. We had this thought that we were going to run these $20 cases, but I said, nah, that's not going to work. I just didn't see it. It didn't. I mean, I thought about it, but it didn't. I knew it was. I just had this feeling. I don't think it's going to work for us. So that is what's on the table for marketing, is packaging. Putting together a package. Another thing is I really want to get back into the community, as far as putting someone up on a poster in front of our stores. One of the things that I thought about was the kids, CS Cage Superior. They changed their name, but they got a good following, and they got kids too. So I was thinking about that. Like, I was thinking about hitting up the dude's name is Channel, his mom, because she's the business lady, and hitting her up and just asking, man, would they be interested? I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not going to turn down that. That's a lot of great exposure for them, being able to be put up on a poster in front of our stores, and so that's something I've been thinking about for marketing, just getting that back out. Another thing is that we have to do within this next coming week is get out there and start giving away free product. We got to set up specific days. Even we can even start tomorrow, but we have to be able to get back out there to the skate parks, just pop-ups, when we're out there and we're just giving away free product. I mean, that is our plan. And then even in front of some of our stores, like we had talked about, Salinas High, that is one of the spots I really want to hit, because there's so many people that we still can we can drive in. And I think this would be a huge play for us, as far as not only taking advantage of the weather, but, just the opportunity to get to them, get Uce Juice in their hands. And just for the little things that we talk about, is just like, man, follow us on Snap or follow us on IG, you get a free Uce Juice, bam. Those things are they're gonna kill for us in this fall and winter, because this is when we know it's a slow time of month, and we want that. So we got to do that little part of the marketing play, which is the giving back. And we need to set up those dates. So keep that in mind. What is the Okay, and then like this was the last thing that I wanted to bring up because that's pretty much the little, everything that I had in mind. Um, like as far as updating you guys, I mean, you guys kind of know how it goes. The most pressing things are going to get addressed, and then anything else, I'll keep you guys updated how with things. But the other thing that I wanted to, and I know there's only three of us here. Let's see if this dude comes back on right now. Come on, dude.
What's the lineup for this weekend? Is it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or?
Yeah, it's a 3-day event.
So you guys plan on leaving on Friday early morning?
Yeah, because saving the cost, like our cutting costs, instead of spending an extra night for no reason, to be honest. And it only takes us under 5, or right about 5, I should say. Yeah, like 450 or something. That's how we've been doing it. Like the past few events up there, we just been
Like 4 o'clock.
yeah, early morning shot, and then that's a day saved as far as expenses, and it works out because man, those trips out of state are no joke. It could really add up. So just being smart about it, like because obviously
Where are you guys gonna stay at?
it's like 5 minutes away. It's damn, what the hell is this place? It was the cheapest spot for us, but it's right down the street from the GSR.
Yeah.
It's, where the hell is it? America's best value in.
I would say that a lot of the places are probably like filled up anyways because that chili event is a big event.
Oh hell yeah, they're all
Definitely.
like we couldn't even get into nothing. Like I looked at Marriott, GSR, they're all sold out. They've been sold out, and then so that's why I had to find another spot that was close. It's only 5 minutes away, right down the street. But everything is pretty close out there. Like, it's hella. I mean, it's hella pretty small. I mean, what everything that is the excitement, I guess, of Reno is all right there. So, yeah, we'll just be right down the street. But this last thing, that's what I wanted to bring up, and this is gonna take like a meeting with all of us together, like just a sit down meeting, not just through this, because this last thing I want to bring up is like we really need to figure out like what we really want to do as far as like our positions that we play in this company, like moving forward. I mean, because it's just like we keep on running into these I guess these scenarios where we're just trying to figure out like, okay, what are we doing? What part do we play, if any? Because I don't take your time lightly. I don't take any of you guys' time lightly. We just spent probably about 30 minutes right now, going over a lot of things. And so moving forward, like we really got to hunker down and we got to figure out like, okay, what do we want to do in this company specifically so that we can really grow it? I mean, because there's no way we've seen it all. Like we've read everything we come across. It's like, man, the only way a company can grow exponentially is if you have people. That's just it. You have to have people there to build this thing up. And right now, we're just kind of like, oh man, we're just kind of like, I guess you would say, kind of surviving, I guess, with like a lifeline, or whatever. There's nothing really out there that we ourselves have said like, man, I want to take full responsibility of this, because a lot of this thing is like pretty much a guessing game. Like, okay, who's going to be doing what today? You know what I mean? And so that's where, like, I think for myself, because I don't know it all, and like, my expectations were off because I expected too much out of people just to be thinking the way I'm thinking. Like, okay, entrepreneurship is about going to get it, right? So if you're in a certain position, you're just going to be thinking like, okay, I'm gonna go get it. Whatever I need, whatever information I need to get or come across or anything, it's going to be to the good. And so now I just see it like right now, like, okay, it really isn't nobody like we have to figure out for ourselves, like, okay, how do we want to play the game? Like, how do we want, like, these are conversations we had prior to this, like, where we are saying, man, we need to fucking put together, like, okay, if you're going to do samplings, that's your, you know, that's it. We're not going to stress ourselves out thinking you're going to be, you know, this crazy salesman or whatever. We're just going to, that's it, depend on you for sampling. Or if you're going to do farmers markets or you're going to do events, like, so that we ourselves understand and we know, okay, this is all that person is doing. And that is going to help us out a lot more. It's going to help me out a lot more. You know, just knowing and understanding which role that you actually want to play in the game, instead of just me just like kind of, you know, just guessing like, okay, what I don't, you know, man, I think he's doing this. Maybe he is. You know, those thoughts, we don't really need those thoughts. We just need thoughts of, okay, if you can focus on that one thing and kill, let's do that. So that's where I want to leave you guys with. We need to discuss this. We need to have a sit-down meeting, and we need to, you know, really, once again, we need to get tight. You know, we need a shoulder-to-shoulder front line soldiers. Get out there, put it out there. I mean, I know, you know, a lot of these things happen on the fly, and you're going to be called upon for things that you may, you know, I didn't sign up for this. But once again, it's like we took it upon ourselves to say, you know what, I did sign up for entrepreneurship. I may not have signed up for this particular thing, but just be prepared. You know, it's not going to happen a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to happen like that. It's going to be like, okay, if something, like if it were shorthanded, obviously we're going to need somebody. Oh man, we need you. But that's just an example. But like I said, this is what we need to be thinking about, you know, moving forward. In order to grow this company the way that we envision, the way we know, you know, that it could happen, is going to take some thinking on our part to be more vocal, to address certain things, to help me to get better. You know, I mean, it's hard for me to grow if I don't know, like, you know, if I'm not hearing things to help me grow. I mean, I can only learn so much on myself or by myself, but with you guys, just think about where we've come from, how far we've come, and everything that we did to get here. It was because it was a whole team effort. You know, somebody had something to say here, there, and it helped us grow. And in order for us to be that bamboo tree, right? In order for us to do that, we got to continue to nurture this thing. We got to continue to water it. So I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it. If anybody has anything to say, feel free. Right now, you know, just to end it out, man, we're doing great as far as sales, man. This is our best year to date as far as like within 10 months, our best year of sales so far. So let's finish out these last 2 months, man, strong, and make 2016 just like every year we said, man, let's just get better. You know, 2013, we got better than 2012. You know, 2014, we got a little bit better. 2015, we got a little bit better. 2016, here we are. Let's finish strong. So thank you guys for your time, man. Is everybody good? Like,
Yes, sir. All good.
yes, sir. All right, y'all. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.